everybody, this is Caitlin here, and welcome back to Manga First Impressions, the video series where we take a look at some volume 1s of some manga that I have read through and whatnot, and giving my first impressions and thoughts and feelings, and whether I would recommend it to you guys to read. This week, we actually have another series which I have read entirely through, that I own the entire collection of this series, and I thought I enjoyed it so much that I would have to have it on my next recommendation. It is actually the series called Judge. Now, looking at this front cover, you're seeing all these red-eyed animal mascot things, and it's like, okay, what is this? This is looking very strange. Well, we shall flip the book over and whatnot, to the manga, I should say. Envy, lust, sloth, wrath, gluttony, pride, and greed. A group of sinners who bear the guilt of the 7 deadly sins has been gathered in an old courthouse to face judgment. To leave the place alive, they must offer up a sacrifice, one of their number. As the trial begins, who will the gavel fall on first? So, the main synopsis, I'd say it's like kind of like a blend if you like stuck in like Hunger Games or like not Gladiator, like what's the name? I can't remember the name of it. Like Hunger Games with a murder mystery with like a bit of Future Diary maybe, kind of like Death Note a little bit, but not really. There's no supernatural elements in it. This is a straight up who done it, or rather who is gone done it, because all these characters here, obviously they're masked, so you don't know who they are, but their clothing indicates a little bit as to who they maybe are. They are all trapped within a courthouse. They've all been deemed by the titular judge to have committed some form of sin, and they are in this courthouse to appease for their sins. So the way it works is that they kind of have to like cast judgment on each other, and like basically, I don't remember if it's every hour, but it's every couple of hours they have to decide between themselves which one of them is about to die next. So basically, one of them is basically going to be the one to survive, or depending on how long they survive, depends on who gets to live. So it's all that way where it's like alliances are formed, lies are told, like things are discovered, they're trying to explore this place, and there's like betrayals and all that stuff. So it is certainly a very interesting read. I would have to say it's a little bit of a slow burner, because this one, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was either 5 or was it 6 volumes long? It was one of the longer series, because there is like a sort of companion piece, but not really. I don't believe it's set in the same universe. There's another series, and it's called Doubt, which I believe is not set in the same universe, but it's just by the same writer, or rather by the same artist and writer, I believe, because it's like the same art style with the animal mascot heads and whatnot. But we'll give you a little flicker through here so you can get like a little glimpse at some of the pages and everything like that. So like, you've got like a huge cast of characters, and you're slowly unraveling what it is that their personalities is like, what are their motivations, like what is it that they've been considered to be sinning and everything like that. It's like really, really interesting, obviously, and like this does not pull its punches. There is definitely some morbid scenes in here. There's definitely morbid mentions, so I would highly recommend, if you're a little bit squeamish, if you're not okay with like dark themes, you're not okay with like, well, there you go, straight away, there's a dead body. Boom, he's dead. Anyway, so like, if you're not okay with those kind of things, I definitely would not recommend this to you, because obviously this is going to be a bit on the darker edge and whatnot. There's going to be death, there's going to be like blood and all that stuff, bodies and things. So if you are not a fan of that, do not pick this up. It is like kind of like pushed towards, I'm trying to think of what an audience would be. I'd say like, I'm pretty sure Danganronpa has a similar thing about finding a traitor or like judging someone or something like that. I've never actually seen or played any of the Danganronpa games, but I do want to. I'm just not quite sure where it is that you start. I'm pretty sure the first game, but I'm not quite sure what platform it's on. So anyway, back on topic. I really, really enjoyed the series. I mean, so much so that I bought the entire volumes and like managed to finish off the story. It's been a while since I've reread it, so I'll probably need to go back and reread it again, because I do miss the story. Like, I remember it fondly. I just don't remember too well the exact ins and outs of what happens. I know there's like a couple of betrayals. There's like, some cross stabbing. Like, there's obviously a plot twist, because a story like this has got to have a plot twist, which I will not spoil for you guys, because it is a pretty big one. It's also a pretty important one as well, but I will not go into it too much. But yeah, if you're in the mind for like some psychological murder, mystery, like backstabbing, like survival games type of thing, this could definitely be for you. Obviously, like, it's trapped inside the courthouse, so that you will get like scenes whatever of the characters and whatnot before they get trapped and everything like that. Like, you need to kind of like set up like, how did they get into this predicament, or what was happening before this happened, everything like that. I believe some of them do know each other and some of them don't. But that way where it's just like, they're trying to figure out who trapped them here, but at the same time it's like they're trying to figure out whether they want to follow the rules of the game that's been laid out before them. So it's like quite an intriguing conflict and whatnot. And obviously, like with this many bodies, you know that quite a lot of them are going to get like chopped off, and kind of like this motif of like the animals and whatnot. I can't remember why that's done. It's kind of, there's another similar thing in the one that I mentioned previously, Doubt, which I can't remember the reason for. I don't know whether it's just an artistic choice of the writer and the artist and whatnot, or but it's kind of fitting because obviously they are considered to be sinners and whatnot, and some of the animals they've picked, like, you know, they've picked the pigs, obviously, kind of like greed. I think the lion is meant to be like pride. The fox is maybe like, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of one that would be good for the fox. Like the fox would probably be like something like maybe envy or something like that. Maybe envy. I'm guessing. I think this is a bear actually. The bear maybe would be wrath or something like that. The cat. I think these are cats anyway. The cats could maybe be like lust or something. I don't know what the horse would be. The horse is a really random one because it's like you've got like something. You've got like at least 2 cats. You've got 2 pigs. But then you've got like a lion, a horse, a rabbit, and then a fox and a wolf or bear. I think this is a bear actually. So very, very intriguing. I'm not quite sure what the decision was for that, but it is like certainly a very, very good read. I would highly recommend it and everything like that. And you've got like your cliffhangers and all that stuff. It's like, oh my god, what's going to happen? What is happening? And like you've got like the really nice kind of like artwork here. So it's really, really nice. I really, really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it to anyone if you're into that kind of genre and stuff. There is obviously a bit of reading. This is longer than some of the, it's longer than the last one I did for last week, the Tutorial Grimoire. So if you are in for like a little bit of a ride and you're happy to dedicate a couple of like nights or a couple of weeks into getting into these volumes, I would heavily recommend it. Obviously, this is one that I've read all the way through, and you know what? I don't take the time to read through a lot of manga these days just because, you know, there's such an oversaturation of titles there. It's hard to pick and choose which ones I think we're actually going to pay off in terms of having like satisfactory reading and everything like that, and this has been one of the ones where I did certainly enjoy it to the very end. So I would highly recommend this volume, this manga actually, to any one of you guys who are into this kind of genre of reading. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of quick synopsis, whatever. Like maybe that'll get you interested in trying to judge. Maybe even I'll even do another quick synopsis for the kind of not sequel, but not really Doubt, because that's also another good one that I would recommend. So until next time, guys, I will see you all later.